Hey, this is Dave coming to you from Nankin Hobby, and I recently got to run the new ARRMA Vendetta 3S. I did some speed runs with it, and we got to see how fast it'll go. Alright, so these are my thoughts. First impression out of the box, it looks really good, looks very aerodynamic, massive spoiler on the rear, very similar to the Limitless. But this car does come with electronics. It can handle 3S. It's got a 3900 kV motor, and the chassis is very similar to their other 3S vehicles, such as the Typhon, the Sentin, and the Big Rock. But this is running a smaller on-road tire. Comes in two different colors, dark blue and green. And overall, it was a lot of fun to run, cosmetically pleasing, and they did a really good job on it. First run out of the box, I was running a Gens Ace 6800 milliamp bashing battery, and with the stock 20-tooth Pinion, we were able to get it to do 56 miles an hour. The box does call for 70 plus miles an hour, but that is using the optional Pinion gear and things like that. So running it with the stock Pinion still gave me plenty enough speed to go out and have fun, but still had enough torque where I can run it around, drift, and have fun and do a little bit more street bashing with it. So that was a lot of fun. So in the next run, we ended up taking it out with the optional Pinion gear, which was a 26 tooth, and that is included with the car, and we were able to actually hit 66 miles an hour. Now the 70 plus miles an hour that they say on the box is in optimal conditions. There is a possibility we could have hit 70 given the right circumstances. It was a little cloudy the day we ran it. It was a little cooler out. I mean, all these things factor in to doing a speed run. So we wanted to try to hit that 70 and see what we had to do to hit that 70 given the conditions. And we ended up using a Castle Creation 28 tooth Pinion, 32 pitch, and we were actually able to achieve 70 miles an hour using that. Now, again, with the right conditions, we probably could have went faster, but we were actually running it right outside our Southgate location, off of Fort Street, and we were battling the weather conditions and traffic, and it was pretty entertaining. That wasn't fast enough. We wanted to go faster, so we hooked up a Castle Mamba X 2850 kV and said, let's go 4S. And we did that, and it was pretty disappointing. Now, this 2850 kV, it is intended for crawlers, so it was censored, which was nice. It was smoother, but it was a 540 can versus the stock 550 can, and a smaller shaft diameter, so we had to be a little bit hesitant on the throttle and brake and things like that. But we put 4S to it with the stock gear, the 20-tooth Pinion. We were only able to hit 54 miles an hour, which is 2 miles an hour slower than running the stock electronics on 3S. So we upped the gears, we put the 26 tooth in, and we were able to go another 10 miles an hour faster at 64 miles an hour. But again, we were still only 2 miles an hour slower than stock electronics on 3S. So with switching over to a 28 tooth, going even higher, we still weren't able to go any faster, which was a little disappointing. So we decided to throw all caution to the wind and pull that Castle motor out and put the stock motor back in. Now, let me just say that the stock motor is not rated for 4S. I do not recommend doing this. The stock speed control is not rated for 4S, but we switched it over to the Mamba X and decided to run the stock motor, the 3900 kV on 4S. Again, I do not recommend this if you want to bash, or I just don't recommend this. We just wanted to see how fast we can get it to go. So the reason we switched back over to the stock motor and wanted to try that is, with it being a 3900 kV motor, it's going to put out more top end versus the 2850. So we wanted to try that. If you are interested in knowing more about motor specs and things like that, please leave a comment and we will make a video based on more specs. So we did the same process as the other two motors, or as the other couple passes, where we started with the stock 20-tooth pinion, and now we are running the Mamba X with the stock motor, and we were able to achieve 74 miles an hour, which just with stock gearing is fast. It's faster than what the box said, so we can only go up from here, right? So we threw in the optional 26-tooth pinion, and we were able to hit 80 miles an hour, and sky's the limit. Let's go faster. So we threw a 28-tooth pinion on it, and we were able to hit 84. Now, the conditions weren't perfect. As the day went on, as we ran it more, the wind started playing into a factor, and we actually had a couple passes where we had a blowover, did a full backflip. Thankfully, we landed on our wheels, and we were able to keep going. So, could we have gone faster if the weather was better? Possibly, but given the circumstances, this is as fast as we were able to go in mostly stock configuration. Like I said, at this point, we only changed the ESC and we're running 4S. There are several other things we could do to make it faster, playing with ESC settings. We can add a front wing to change the downforce, and there's a lot of things you can do to get a faster speed. But we were really trying to challenge the capabilities of it in stock form. So overall impression, I'm actually pretty impressed with the speed we were able to hit. It out of the box is pretty nice for a price point of $450. It is a nice starter for a speedrun car, as opposed to something like the Limitless and things like that, where you're going to be spending an easy $1,000. This you can get into for relatively cheap and start doing speed runs. Overall, I would give this car an 8.5 out of 10. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Can't wait to see you again.